Welcome to This Week in Nerf, your source for first-party, third-party, and community Nerf news. I'm Adriana, and I am sorry that this video is late. There were some troubles yesterday, but now we're here, now we're good, now we're filming. Let's do it. While I have everybody's attention right here in the beginning, I just want to put out a request for help from the History of Nerf Modding Discord group. They're a group that are trying to archive a ton of different forums so that they can easily catalog this information in a way that people can still have access to it. And Yahoo Groups is closing down, and that means the Nerf forum there will be gone forever. All of that data will be deleted. So they're asking if anyone is a member of the Yahoo Groups Nerf group or knows anyone who was, please get in contact with them. I have their contact information and the Discord link down below. If you can help, please do, and I'm sure they'll be very happy to receive any information you have. After Hasbro released their Q3 earnings report, their shares dropped 15%. I think that alone tells the story that its earnings weren't very good. Now, I know a lot of us in the community want to joke about that being Nerf Ultra's fault, but honestly, it's too early for it to be because of that. The reason they're citing is fear of tariffs from a lot of the retailers. So how distribution usually works is retailers like Target and Walmart order whatever they want and it gets shipped to them directly from China. When that happens, they pay the shipping, they pay the tariffs. With news of the tariffs becoming exponentially more expensive, they're like, oh, I don't want that. I want to purchase directly from Hasbro after it is already here in the United States. And that is a huge shakeup of the distribution chain that's really hard to quickly fix that much, both in terms of pricing, because the pricing has to be very different, and in terms of how are they physically going to move all of this product. So that is a huge hurdle to overcome, and that is why this summer the shelves were kind of empty. And when the shelves are kind of empty, they don't make a lot of money, so it's just like a terrible loop. The largest decline in franchise brands was Nerf, and it might be because Nerf also has the highest percentage of direct import sales normally. In better news for Hasbro, there are 2 blasters showing up on the Singaporean Amazon, and I actually like them a lot. The Alternator is this sweet pistol with like the 3 different tracks you can have for firing. It looks so cool. I really want one. That converts to about $19 US, which that's a little high, but it's a really cool blaster. I just hope that whatever holds it in place, that it'll be soft enough to be able to flick it, but sturdy enough that it won't just move on its own and drop down all the time. And the other one is the Talon. It's basically just a better looking Big Shock. Not super exciting, but I like things that look better, so that one converts to about $12 US. I'm really confused about that weird colored plastic thing on top. I don't know why it's not orange. I wonder if it glows or something. I don't know. That's a strange choice. We'll see what it is. And then this blaster was shown off at the London Comic-Con, and it looks so cool. It's a Mandalorian arm-mounted blaster. And I think my favorite thing about this is there's no janky priming handles. If you look at the back of the box, it shows you how you prime it, and you just push the barrel in. That's such a clever way of doing it. It probably doesn't get great performance because that is very short prime, so very small plunger tube. But what's cooler than an arm-mounted, like, it's a Mandalorian blaster, guys. That's awesome. And apparently that will be coming very soon. Dartzone Pro now has their magazines available for pre-order on their website. They're going to ship out in November, which is really soon. I'm happy it's going to be so soon. They're each coming in 3 packs, so you can get either 3 short dart magazines with 3 adapters, 3 short dart magazines, or 3 full-length magazines. All of the pricing looks like it works out to about $10 a mag, with the adapters being valued at about $3 and change each, which that's not bad. A lot of people online are complaining that that's too expensive, but I disagree. I sell Talons for $9 and people seem to think that that's fine, so I think that's completely reasonable pricing. However, I don't know how people feel about these mags. I haven't spent much time with them myself, so I haven't formed an opinion on where they fall in the mag hierarchy, and honestly, I haven't heard anyone else's opinions either. It seems very neutral about them. But at least now it's going to be available if you decide to go into the Dartzone Pro ecosystem. And we've also got a ton of in-community maker news. Out of Darts made a bunch of new parts for the Perses. I know he was super excited about that blaster, so he made this 160 round hopper with a magnetic door. That's going to be $50. I like that it doesn't look very goofy. A lot of the expansion things for the rival hopper magazines just look a little ridiculous and over the top, but this seems like it fits the blaster, and that gives you some serious capacity. He also made a battery door that still works with the eject button for $6, a comfort trigger also for $6. Apparently the original one is very sharp, so I appreciate not hurting my fingers on triggers. And lastly, he has the slim mag release for $2. It seems like he had a problem accidentally ejecting his hopper far too often, and there's no reason you should be ejecting your hopper at all. They're not sold separately, no point, just get the slim one. And keep an eye out on his shop. Next week, he also is going to have a switch mount, so you can just mod that super easy, super fast, no muss, no fuss. Links to his store are below. Continuing with in-community creations, the Lotus System released last week, I think. Remember Holdsters? Well, that kind of dropped off the face of the earth, and the Lotus System is an improvement on that. So it's the same kind of magnetic hold system. You get the bar that goes on your blaster, the plate that goes onto whatever mount works best for your gear, and the new innovation for it is you can move the plate on your mount in 15-degree increments, so it can be whatever angle works best for you and your gear, and you can change that as you see fit. And I hadn't used something like this before, but when I was talking to Ben at Ragnar Oktoberfest, he threw his blaster onto his gear and it grabbed. Like, it was freaking magic. Magnets, how did they work? Like the Hizetsi below. You know what's awesome? Hammershots with more than 5 shots. You know what's not awesome? Sanding every barrel in a 3D printed cylinder. Worry no more, because Divox created this Hammershot cylinder completely ready to be brassed. Oh, that cuts out so much work. It's going to be in 3 different versions, and my favorite is the open one. The brass showing through that is going to look so good. And saves on print time too. That's great. Link to that Thingiverse below. And Tentacles made another mag, the Thanos. A mag that's perfectly balanced, as all things should be. You've heard of the wildcard magwell that accepts any kind of mag. This is basically a wildcard mag, which will go in any magwell. Works with both Talon and Katana magwells, so if you decide to go the route of entirely 3D printed mags, you can put them in any blaster you want. So that's cool. Link to the Thingiverse. This week's mod of the week comes from the Istrix from Reddit. They made this beautiful Borderlands Raven. And when I looked at it, I actually thought it was a drawing at first. It looks entirely 2D, which is very strange. They probably went a little past the cell shading of Borderland into straight cartoon territory, but it looks awesome anyway. And I think they said this was their first attempt at this kind of paint job, so I'd say you pulled it off. Great job. And this week's video of the week comes from W. Nerfiany. This is gameplay footage of Island Infestation 1. This was a game, I believe, in the Netherlands. It was supposed to be an HBZ game, but the weather wasn't very cooperative, so they decided to do PvP stuff instead. And what's super, super, super cool about this is the environment is so cool. Even playing in the rain in a place like this seems like it would be really fun. There's a lot of brush play, but then there's also man-made structures for really close quarter stuff, and it was really fun to watch. So thank you for sharing that with us. That was a lot of news, but I think I got through it in a reasonable amount of time, hopefully. If you like this shirt, it'll probably be on our site by the time the video is live. So if you like it, go and look at it. It'll support the team, and that is good. Whew. Now that I'm done with this video, I'm gonna eat a brownie that I made yesterday or the day before or something. Like and subscribe, comment, and I'm gonna eat this brownie now. Bye! Oh. I'm done.